Wow. Colors are much brighter, right? Colors are so bright. I discovered how to use my camera. I discovered how to use it. So bright. That's so bright. Wow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's class. I'll be fast as possible so you guys can learn as much as I can give to you. How's my audio? Hello, Aaron. Hello, Marks. Hello, 02. Hello, After the Shrouded. Hello, Diamond. Is this? Yep, I said their name. Aaron, I have been watching Miraculous Ladybug, a French cartoon, and I'm watching with the audio in French. French is such a gorgeous language. Hello, everyone. I knew it was not only the lights around me. It was much more. It was my camera. Now it's much more easy and simple to see. Hi! Much better. Everything's so bright, which is great. I love bright. Shine bright like a diamond. Wow. 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 So first, let me start creating the guide. I'm just copying from my guide and turning it into a template inside my Photoshop so you guys can learn from it. Before I start the class, I believe 5 minutes and we are starting. Are you guys excited? Because I am. Are you? Are you? 3 myths that keep artists stuck. Number 1. This number 2. This one I have committed so many times as a mistake. Oh. No, and it's fine, you guys should not be able to see what I'm doing right now. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. We have our first section right here. Good. Now let's go for a second section. Which is best methods to study. Best study method. Oh wow. Oh wow. Why all of you have numbers? Why you have numbers? Get out, numbers! Numbers, get out! Ah. Okay, I'm having numbers. I know how to solve this. How is everyone doing, by the way? I've almost forgot to ask. Oh, it's because okay, makes sense. Okay, makes sense. Okay, it was something very simple to solve. So simple. Oh, it was so simple to solve. It was so simple. And up here, best study method. Number 1, you guys will do this. Yeah, boy. Yeah. And then Dios. And then Dios. Okay. Nice. For those that got here right now, I'm just measuring everything and we are starting out. Here you guys can see what I'm doing. Wow. Everything is so rained. Ah! It's Lorem Ipsum again. Oh no. Lorem Ipsum. Lorem Ipsum. Lorem Ipsum. Where's my number 1 font? My number 1, my number 1. Yeah. Okay, best way to organize time to study. I will be talking about. And then I will talk about spaced repetition. I think there's more for me to talk about. I don't think passive study is a waste of time. Oh. I do believe passive study has helped me a lot. Pomodoro, space repetition. We talk about Atomic Habits again because this book's incredible. And talking about that book, I will talk about I'll talk about obvious, and then I'll talk about attractive. What? Are you going to make this drawing attractive? Yeah, you're gonna look at drawing and you're going to feel like, I always like it drawing, but in a more personal way. No, I mean by giving yourself rewards and celebration. It's important. Celebration and rewards after it. Easy. Make it easy. And then you make it satisfying. I don't think the word satisfying. It could be measure. Okay, from my sum up resume. Squeeze yourself on. I'm not going to give that or engage your. Okay, that's good. That's good. And at the end, I'm going to give a challenge to everyone here. Everyone. Hello, Mimi AK. Hello, Vitardad. So. Are you guys ready for today's class? Are you guys ready? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Oh, my mouse is so fast. My mouse is so fast. It's Sonic. It's Sonic. It's Sonic. It's Sonic. It's a unique Sonic. I've been burned out for 2 weeks. Fuji-san, what happened, bro? Please rest. Please rest. I hope today's class can help you a little bit more about that. It's about us being productive, getting the best outcome, but understanding that our body has limits. We do want to go there and do everything, but and maybe we should. Maybe it's a motive because we gotta do income. Maybe it's a reason because we gotta achieve a certain goal, but there is always a way to reach that without a full crazy burnout. And then here, output, input. So many colors. So many colors. Okay, good. I love dinosaurs. This is completely random. This is absolutely random. Okay, you're gonna be blue because blue gives me the emotion of safety. So I'm going to get you blue. That's it. I'd like to talk some more. Yes. Hello. Hello, Devil's Edible Cake. 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 I cannot read your name and not stop thinking of cake. Cake. What's your guys' cake favorite flavor? I mean, I'm a huge fan of chocolate. I love a cake. 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 Okay, this looks amazing. Looks amazing. Impact, always impact. Good, good, good. We have the sum up of everything that I'll be teaching today. Now let's create a new layer for me to draw. Today you're gonna learn with me how to study art. Can I start today class, champs? Can I start today's class? You're going to learn the smartest way possible to study and improve your artwork. This is not based on anything like, I just think it. It's based on more than 10 years of studying art. It's based on books that I enjoy a lot reading about high performance. Not only high performance in art, about high performance in business, in athletics, high performance in anything that you wanna achieve. Especially the book Atomic Habits. Like, this book is so amazing. I recommend everyone this book. And also another book that I recommend is The One Thing. That book is incredible. Oh wow, I gotta add this here. I need to add this here. Also, I need to add that. I love that book. The One Thing. That book's incredible. Changed my way of seeing life. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Let's start. Okay. Tres leches. Chocolate. Chocolate? Who is talking about chocolate? Chocolate, mango. Everyone has great taste because I'm thinking of food right now. Can I start? Type down yes right now in the comments if I can start today's tutorial, today's art class. If you want to forever stop self-doubting yourself on how to study art correctly, am I truly doing this right? You're gonna find it. Today, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find out. Gushan said start. Aaron said start. Fuji-san, I love Gabi Senpai. I love you too, Fuji-san. Always come back. You're gonna notice that coming back here, your burnout's not going to be so strong. Why? Because you're going to take this time to rest. And resting is absolutely important. I have received comments on my DMs, on my social medias, talking about how my live streams, and this one was on Instagram. It was an artist that he draws a lot, and he was talking with me how watching my streams made him relax more. So I recommend you guys turning up, and you're gonna just have a great time and rest. I have many times people talking with me, hey Gabs, I love your streams because I rest. This helps you. This helps you. I am here to serve you the best way possible because you deserve the best treatment possible. Life's already too hard. Now, this is your bonfire. Imagine this is a video game. This is your bonfire and you're here to take a break. Relax, heal, and enjoy the moment. Let's go. Let's go. Let me start recording. Whoa. What are those black bars at the side? I don't... Well, that's fine, I guess. Wow. Hello. In today's class, you are going to learn with me how to study art in the more efficient way so you don't feel, oh, what am I doing? Where should I go? Should I study this now? Should I study this other thing? I don't see that much progress. I don't see that much evolution in my progress. So today you are going to see with me how to make that progress and how to measure that correctly. Because you're gonna notice that it's not only about of doing progress, walking. It's also about of measuring it. The best you measure, the more you can understand, the more you can do progress over it. It's the same as you are trying to have a diet, follow a diet. You cannot just go like, yeah, I'm going to eat healthy, and that's it. The chances of you falling back is pretty high. Because if you're truly measuring, if you're there all the time in your drawing process, thinking, if I just measure that I'm eating this amount of snacks out of my main diet, and I can just make only one less per week in, I don't know, 1 year, in I don't know how many months, I believe my diet will be much better. And that's just an example. Now let's go back to art. If you're able to measure, if you're able to truly measure, hey, I made one drawing this week. Great, excellent. Now let's try to maintain that. And once you're maintaining, we can start to increase and increase and increase. First, we develop the habit. And then we go into what we love, which is crazy upgrades. Upgrades, yes, upgrades. Just like video games. I love video games. Do you love video games? Probably yes, because I know you guys love talking with me about video games. I love video games. So let's get into the class. This was a nice introduction to what we will have today. How to study art. Art. The best method I'm going to give to you right now, I'm not going to say anything else before. the best method we can divide into 3 main points, okay? 3 main points. These points are breaking down the skill, and then you set up a clear micro goal, Atomic Habits Principles, which I'll be talking a lot in today's stream. I love that book. That book's incredible. So atomic comes from atoms, and atoms are absolutely small. That book believes in the principle that if you do very small, absolutely small habits, in this case, drawing, your art is going to improve a lot, like a lot. And this is worth to also other areas. Let's talk about, I don't know, gaming, fitness, reading books, improving your job. Anything that you want, you can get that. Why? Because you're focusing on that very small portion that if you improve into only that, you are improving more and more and more. I love that principle, and it becomes a domino effect, just like what the book The One Thing talks about. And number 3, use the 3-loop system. It's a system that's very simple. I learned about this loop with my Muay Thai teacher. I love practicing martial arts, and I have been using this loop for everything. I mean everything. So let's start. Just three simple steps for you to improve your studying method, okay? Just 3. I'm not going to overly complicate for you. I want you to have the most simple and easy, most digestible way to understand it and apply it as fast as possible. So let's say you want to improve your art. Great. Now, let's break down the skill. You're not going to prove your art, oh, I want to prove right now on anatomy, perspective, light, style, rendering, and this and that. Well, the chances of you burning out and truly feeling frustrated, it's going to be so high. No matter what it is, let's say you want to improve yourself. Let's say you want to improve how you look and the way you talk with people and how charismatic you are. Let's say you want to make people laugh more, but at the same time you want to improve your relationship with your mother. And at the same time you are searching for someone to become your partner. And wow, that's a lot of stuff. The chances of you failing up, as in this case I was explaining with social life, is very high. Absolutely high. So let's take a step back and focus on only one thing at a time and improve that. Because if you're able to do it, okay, you have the green light to go and improve on more stuff. But first, you gotta prove to yourself that you can do with only one. Okay, only one. Questions to ask when you're going to improve on that ability. Let's say I have chose perspective. What exactly I am bad at this right now? This is about you analyzing your art. It's not about saying, oh, I'm bad at everything, haha. No, this is a joke, a comical relief to hide a much bigger problem, which includes self-esteem problems. But what I want when you ask this type of question is, hey, what is my art lacking right now? What I could improve right now that my art's going to become much, much better? And by that, what I mean is have an analytical, very cold vision. Look at your artwork and say, well, I believe my depth perception could improve. Well, I think if I used a grid at my perspective, it could improve too. Well, there are many things that once we start analyzing in a much more cold perspective, in a perspective that would take emotions away and we start to truly measure, hey, is this what is happening? Okay, how do I go from this point A to point B? Things start flowing much more. As example, what is the smallest chunk I can isolate? What is the smallest portion of perspective that you can start changing right now and improving your artwork? This is a great way of thinking. I'm already giving to you guys on each one of these steps questions and thought process that can help you get closer to your goals. Because it's not only about the artwork, it's about the artist. So if I want to tell you how to study, it's about helping you rebuild who you are. It's about changing how your mindset works, how you see at a challenge, you look at a challenge and choose if this is going to devastate you or if this is going to build a stronger version of you. This is a great way of thinking. Very great way. I love that way of thinking. So you can make questions of, hey, what is this area that I could improve right now? Maybe you can choose one of these big areas, these big portions. Maybe you cannot choose any of those. There's another one that you see that you need to improve right now, and that's completely fine. The important is that you choose only one area and start working towards that goal. And inside of that one area, see what is the number one thing, the one thing that you can improve there and start working from it. Like a foundation of a house. When building a house, you gotta have a nice foundation. You are going to choose what is going to be your nice foundation. Now let's go into number 2. Set a clear micro goal, which is what I was talking already here. This was my connection phrase to the number 2. First, you have selected a skill and you found out, hey, maybe I'm lacking on this specific area. Second part is about you creating a very small goal about it. A small, absolutely small. I wanted to create something that is so small that is an atom as a size. It's absolutely small. As example that I gave here, improve dynamic poses for fighting characters, or study top artists using how they use color contrast. That's a way. Or another one, give an example that I have been following this year, is just creating a better composition based on splash art that I found online. Just that. Create better compositions. And if it can be even smaller, create better foreground, middle ground, and background compositions. Focus on very small goals. Because if you're able to achieve well small things, you're able to break it down. You're able to completely master when you go and scale it up to bigger things. It's very hard for a lot of people to even do the smallest ones. So if you can do the small ones, you can do the big ones. I don't remember who said this phrase, but I love this phrase. The phrase is, the way you do one thing is the way that you do everything. Of course, the way that I draw is not the way that I'm running. But what it means is that the mentality that you set yourself to every single chore, to every single activity is the same. Tends to be the same. The way that I'm drawing, that I think, okay, but I can improve that, okay, but I can do this different and get it better, is the very same way when I'm running at the park and I'm thinking, okay, I can handle a little bit more, I can try to improve my breathing technique, I can try to improve my texture. It's the very same techniques. So today's class is all about changing who you are internally. And that change, I can give to you all of the tools today. And you may try it for a week and say, Gabs, I failed. But maybe you did not. It's not a 1 week trial. It's a whole life trial. It's a whole life trial. You're not going to try only today. You're going to try today, tomorrow, for a week, for a month, for 3 months, 6 months. It's about that mentality, that winner mentality of, okay, I would do that 1 extra mile. I would do 1 rep more. I would do 10 minutes more drawing. I would try a different technique. I would get out of my comfort zone. It's about all of that. And for some of you, you may already look at all of this information that I'm giving and thinking, wow, Gabs, I truly don't want that. It seems like too much work. And that's why you are starting out with just an atomic habit. You're not going to do on the huge big scale. Right now, I just want you to do a very small and simple change. And that small and simple change can be when you are painting the shadows. You start using a reference and always look at the reference. Maybe that very small change is you when you are painting colors. Just use a color palette and don't try everything from your head. Maybe that very small difference in your way of studying art can be having one artist that you're going to follow forever and ever for art style based. Something very small. I want you to start on the smallest way possible, because this way you're not going to get tired. And I do not want you to get tired, because if you get tired, it's easier for you to give up. I remember that I was watching a video talking about Navy SEAL trial, the Hell Week they need to go. It's a week full of physical, absurdly crazy challenges. Those challenges are insane. They sleep like only 4 hours the whole week. They almost don't eat. They do like 20 hours per day of physical exercise. It's really tough. It's absolutely tough. That test of the Navy, it's crazy. And I remember, I think it was on a podcast with David Goggins, and he was telling that it was not hard when the sergeant, when the high authority on that place is telling you, hey, you suck, you're horrible, you should give up. That's not the horrible part. That's not. The part that most people gave up, it was at night when everyone was absolutely exhausted, wanting to sleep. And the sergeant, the high authority figure, the military high authority figure, he was saying, hey, you have done already enough. I think you should go home. Your wife is waiting for you. Your kids are waiting for you. You should go home. That was the time when they got the most people to give up. It was not when they were screaming out loud and saying they suck, they're horrible, this and that. No, it was when they used that soft voice saying, no, you already did enough. It's already good. You deserve a reward. You already proved yourself. You're already a great example. Everyone's already proud of you. Stop. This is so evil. This is another level of evil. Oh, wow. So what I want you to take from this is your brain is doing that to you. So this is why I don't want you tired, because your brain is a master at being soft with you and saying, you already did enough. Go play another League of Legends, whatever it is. Go play Valorant. Go play this other game. You already did enough. Go and order, I don't know, that cake. Even though you follow the diet exactly how you should. Go and order that huge cake only for you. Anything like that. Your brain is a master at that. I want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying right now. Because in other words, I'm telling you that the number one that it wants you to give up will possibly be your brain. Your own brain. And I want you to remind that there is your conscious mind, which is you and me talking right now, your pre-cortex, and there is your unconscious mind, which is your animal side. And guess what? Your animal side is more focused into surviving than truly into breaking into another level of your drawing ability. Your survival animal side's like, study that? Is that going to make me survive or get more food right now? No, whatever. Nah, I don't. Nah. Search excuses right now. This is better. Do you remember that series on Netflix? And so that's how it happens. I love that story of the Navy SEAL that I just told. I absolutely love it. I got the chills when I saw David Goggins talking about it. So please, this is why you should set a clear micro goal, because I don't want anyone here getting frustrated and giving up already. You are going to make many mistakes. I am making many mistakes. We are all making many mistakes. I want to expose myself to show that, hey, we all do mistakes. I am learning to fight. I have been doing for what? It's going to be 2 years that I have been fighting right now. And I do so many mistakes, like kicking places that you should not kick. You should not kick that place on your opponent. And it was out of reflection, reflex. My body just moved like, bah, and do that. You don't kick people in those places. And did that happen? I made mistakes learning. You are going to make mistakes learning art. You are going to set your goal, your micro goal. You chose which area you're going to improve. And you're going to fail, and that's fine. It's part of the process. The same as when we want to grow muscles, we gotta get muscles to failure, to fail until you cannot do it anymore. The same with art. It's important that you get to the point that you fail so you understand, this is where my ability cap is capped. I gotta understand how to break that limit and go to the next level and go to the next level. Just like a skill tree in a video game, you're unlocking ability by ability. You gotta get more ability points. That's how you improve. Getting more ability points is the best way to go. I love it. And ability points don't come as easy. Ability points is you leveling up, battling monsters, getting hit, maybe needing to try again. Very same with drawing. You're going to try again, maybe you're going to feel frustrated, maybe you're not. And then you try again, and you get more ability points to the point that you can achieve that new skill. And that's how little by little you're expanding your comfort zone. So, example, I have talked. Now let's go into number 3. Use the 3 loop system. Pick one source and avoid content overload, which is about the one thing book, which I absolutely love. You choose only one thing from here and you focus into that. You got the results that you desire? Great, go for another topic. And then you study again, do all of that? Great, another topic, little by little. One pro art piece, one reference. You're going to use a full pack of reference. You're going to study a full anatomy book session. You choose one thing, one source, and you're going to get from that one source simplifying things for you so you don't spend a ton of hours on Pinterest like how I used to spend many years ago. And you're going to make it much faster for you. Why? Because you already have a certain source. It's important when you're creating to have many references, but if you are the type of artist that already is like 10 hours on gathering a reference, maybe getting only one source, maybe getting only a few pictures, a few drawings is the best for you. Identify your weakness, work towards that, and then improve. And identify your weakness, works towards that, and improve. Output. Try to replicate or create from memory. I love this. I absolutely love this. You get a reference, you use that as material for you to start creating, and then you start comparing, analyzing, and seeing where you can improve. Input, output, feedback. Input, output, feedback. You try, you analyze. No, first you analyze, you test, and then you wow. What are the words that my teacher used for me? Here isn't a good way looking. The first way he told me is to first you analyze, then you test, and then retrial. Yeah, that. Source of content for you. And remember, we are in the era of a crazy amount of information, so I do not want you going crazy on gathering too much, because the chances of you getting an overload is very high. And then you try to replicate, or just try to identify from memory, try to understand what is going on. Actively use your source of reference, your source of creativity, your source of anatomy perspective reference to work out for you, and then you try actively to understand it. You're not just copying by copying. You're like, bro, what is happening? Okay, this is doing this. Okay, that does make sense. The more you try to understand it, the easier it's going to be for you, because you see a face and you go like, well, of course there's going to be a shadow here because there is this specific bone right here, or the light specifically coming from this other direction. It's going to turn into something natural to you. You can draw it from scratch without looking. Retrieval practice, you are forcing your memory, and I do recommend that. I know many of you has a very short attention and memory span, but it's so important to train your memory. It's an ability. Please practice memory. It's important for you to develop even bigger skills. And in feedback that I told for you to compare your drawing with your reference, don't just compare like, my art not good as this one, I'm bad. No, this way you're only lowering your self-esteem, you're lowering your self-confidence, and that's bad. The lower it is, the less outcome you're going to get. So to get bigger results, you gotta do smart questions. As example, where specifically did it go wrong? I want to know specifically where it's different from my reference. And then you can try to redraw the same piece with the correction, or just that specific area with the right correction. That's an amazing way to make it work. I deeply value doing that. I do that a lot. Like, I believe on every single artwork that I do, no jokes at all. I believe every single artwork that I do, I'm there just redrawing. At a point in my drawing, I'm redrawing based on my reference. Because I'm like, yeah, I can fix this, I can fix this, I can fix this. I'm fixing all of that because I know that I'm going to do mistakes. So I have a very specific step after adding all of the base, all of some part of the rendering to try and fix. I have legit a step called fixing. Wah, 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 wah. I'm trying to learn this song on piano, by the way. I have been learning. So now I want to talk about 3 myths that artists keep getting stuck. Why you probably came here and you were feeling that your art was stuck? It's probably because you believe one of these are true, or you used to believe, and they are holding you back. Now, number 1, just draw more. Well, if it was just drawing more, I believe people that draw every single day, they would be crazy good on everything. But if it was just more, without a certain guidance, without a direction, the chances of you stagnating is very high. Yes, practice is absurdly important. I will never say it's not. It's absurdly important. But what you also need other than practice is strategy. I believe I had a saying that it was consistency is king and strategy is queen. I believe I was saying that on another stream, and I love that phrase because it's true. Consistency is king, you gotta be consistent, but without strategy, well, good luck to improve, because you'll be drawing the very same stuff and we'll be improving just a little by little, not much. Number 2, copying equals studying. For a long time in my art journey, I thought that copying what the biggest artists were doing, I thought that copying instead of truly studying was going to change. And I want to already break down what studying means. Study can be you copying, but adding that you're constantly doing a very high power demand in your brain. What do I mean by that? You are constantly asking yourself the right questions. You are constantly trying to find out where to improve. You're constantly comparing in a more calm and cold way to find on how you can get closer to your goal. Not getting overly emotional, like trying to copy, this was not what I wanted, oh no. No, you're serious about this. You truly want to improve your craft. You truly want to see how you can get this better. Like, hey, okay, maybe this is not how I wanted, but if I do this change right now, is this going to improve? Let's try it. Let's try it. Make the smart questions that don't put you down but put you up. Open yourself and your brain to possibilities of growth instead of possibilities of lows. Lows. And number 3, watching tutorials equal improve. This is the opposite of the number 1. And watching tutorials just like this one is going to help you a lot. Tutorials always helped me. But there is a difference between just watching, like, yeah, good, next one, and the people that watch and go like, whoa, I'm going to try that right now. There's a huge difference. And if you cannot try right now, don't feel bad. You can try later today. You can try maybe tomorrow if for some reason you cannot today. But try it as fast as possible, because while the information is still fresh, you have all the doors inside of your brain open to that new information to be fixated inside your brain, and you want that. The more you get information and you start practicing that, taking action, the easier it's going to be for you to have that saved in your memory and keep on improving. Now, these were the 3 myths. Watch tutorials, but don't only watch, improve. Maybe, please, in the next 24 hours if possible. That's going to be amazing. Now, I'm going to show the best way to organize your study time, because it's not only about you breaking down the skill, like you want light, and you break it down into light, shadows, reflection, or you setting a micro goal, oh, I'm just going to study how to make a soft gradient between light and shadows, or using the 3 loops of having a reference, try to do it, action, having a reference, trying to do it, and feedback, analyzing, so important, and then retrial and trying again and doing the circle non-stop. No, it's also about having the time to organize yourself. Remember what I told you guys? Your mind's going to try to sabotage you. Your mind, if I was going to do only what my mind wanted, I would not be here. I would not be drawing. I would not be doing anything. I would probably be playing video games all day, because this is who I was more than 10 years ago. Did you know that? I used to be someone addicted to video game 10 years ago. And I mean that. I mean that. So if I can help you get organized, the chances of you self-sabotaging yourself with an addiction or with any other problem is going to get so low, and it's going to get ultra easy for you to be the superhero of your art growth. So let's get into that. Number 1, Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique. I love Pomodoro technique. I like to apply it not in the 25 minutes. Oh, of course. I gotta explain what is Pomodoro technique. You break down your work into 25 minutes of pure focus, okay? Pure focus. You're not going to get up to the bathroom. You're not going to drink water. You're not going to do anything. You are there just to draw. Look at the reference, draw, analyze, feedback, try again. Just that. For 25 minutes, you are a working machine. You are high performance, okay? But once this 25 minutes stop, and of course you're doing this with a timer, maybe on your phone, maybe on a computer, but it gotta be with sound so you can notice that and stop working if you have hyper focus like me. And then you're going to get 5 minutes break. Inside of this 5 minutes, you can do absolutely anything. Anything, I mean that, anything. You want to do a handstand, you want to run, you want to watch TV for 5 minutes, go and do that. Go and do that. After that 5 minutes, you go again to the 25, and that keeps on happening. But what I discovered that works the best is that each time you make your rest time bigger. First 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, and so on. And the reason is that I noticed that the brain does not rest. Does not rest as well in only 5 minutes. But it's because I was always making only the 25 minutes bigger. I was making it 30 minutes. I was making it 40 minutes. I was making it 50 minutes. The max that I did was 60 minutes. 60 minutes with 30 minutes pause. This is what I noticed to work with my body, my personal body. I recommend you starting with this simple one because it's simple, it's small, anyone can do it, it's very small. Start with this one and later you find out what crazy evolution you can get to. I never passed 60 minutes in neutral focus, never, and I don't recommend anyone passing that. Mental work tends to demand a lot if you pass that time. Spaced repetition. You are going to grease the groove. Is that how you say grease the groove? Probably that. What is spaced repetition? Reps. You gotta add the reps. You gotta add the reps. You gotta every few days, okay? Like 2 days later, 5 days later, you're going to see that very same topic again. The very same technique that you did here for that specific art topic that you wanted to learn. You're going to try that again in 2 days, in 5 days, or in a week. The importance is that you repeat that after a few days or after 1 week. And the reason for that's very simple. You want to do that again and make your brain activate neuron. Just like the monkey meme. Oh, activation neuron. Yes, that's what we want. I want to having that moment of, oh, I remember seeing that. Oh, I remember. Oh, interesting. Because you're reinforcing your neurological pathways. No, it's fine. If that word is too hardcore, I can simplify. You are reinforcing how good you are at that. That's the easy way to say it. You are reinforcing how good you are at this. Let me drink some water. Okay, not being an absolute admirer of the book Atomic Habits, but being an absolute admirer of the book Atomic Habits. I'll be breaking down a few steps from that book that helped me a lot. And by a lot, I mean that. In another level. First thing, if you want to make it easy and simple, make it obvious. How obvious? Oh no, you left your sketchbook open. Oh no, you left your Photoshop Clip Studio Medibank open already with the canvas to draw and your tablet already connected. This is a nice situation where everything's already set up for you. This way, it's so easy for you to go like, well, I'm going to draw. Well, it's already there. The same as like you're going to the park, leave your shoes and all of your materials, your socks, already close by the door or close to your bed. And that's it. It's like everything is so ready, so done for you, so ready. They're waiting for you. They're excited for you. Like, yeah, please come here. We're gonna have such a happy time. Yeah. It's so cute. Make it cute. Make it cute. Make it cute. And now you're gonna make it attractive. The difference between make it obvious and attractive is that in this one, you're gonna have a reward. This one, you're going to have a nice reward. And what is that reward going to be? You choose what it is. Maybe you can order your favorite food. Maybe you can play more of your favorite game. Maybe you can have a nice quality time with your beloved ones. You are going to choose what it is, but give a reward. I love watching Tony Robbins, and something that he was saying is celebrate it. There is no problem with you being very hard on yourself. By the way, I absolutely love this that he says. He says there is no problem with you being absolutely hard on yourself. I am very hard on myself. But the problem is you not enough celebrating that. If you don't celebrate enough, guess what? You're going to feel horrible. You gotta celebrate every single win that you have. You can be hard, make absolutely stressful goals, but at the same time, you gotta make that balance equal, okay? To the opposite side, which is reward. You gotta get rewards. As attractive as how hardcore your goal is. And I discovered that very recently, guys. Absolutely recently. I think 1 month ago at maximum. and I start giving myself rewards. Guess what? My brain was there just registering that, thinking, I received such amazing thing. Why this happened? Because I did this? Okay, I'm going to do this again and again and even better. It's such an easy way. It's the same way that you train a dog. How do you train a dog? With food. Dog gets happy because he eat. And if you make the dog sit down, you give food, dog's like, wow, I'm going to sit every single time. The reward is amazing. That's the very same process that happens with us. So reinforce your reward. Reinforce it. And about making it easy, it's the very same thing that we talked before about micro goals. It gotta be something ultra easy. I don't want you to go already and draw a splash art, a gaming art in the most complex way possible. No, I want you to focus on doing arms better. Just arms. Arms better. Oh, this is too big. That's fine. I want you to focus on drawing just thumbs. Just thumbs. Yes, the finger, thumb. Just a thumb. Is that how you write a thumb? Possibly. Is that how you write a thumb? Yes. Good. Good. Arms better, or just a thumb, or you want to just draw chest better, or you want to draw just shorts better. You practice only shorts, only sports shorts better, only skirts of the 50s better. You want to practice only drawing eyes that are orange and the eyebrows are green, whatever it is. Something very specific. The important part is that you're specific, something very small, achievable. You're going to start by that small little thing achievable, and you're going to make it bigger, and you're going to make it bigger, and then bigger, because this way you don't get frustrated and you get something called momentum. Momentum is what gets you going faster and faster and faster. And last one about atomic habits is that it gotta be satisfying, measurable. Satisfying, I mean, just like a video game, you're going to be able to see your progress. When you see your progress, the chances of you seeing like, wow, I got really better. Wow, it's much better. The chances of you feeling like, yeah, that's great. It's amazing. And I love that feeling. I felt that yesterday. I am improving on certain goals and I was like, wow, I was like this. Wow, and it was just 2 months ago. Wow, things are improving, so measure. Don't be afraid to have like a notebook, always writing down, hey, this specific week, I was able to do this drawing. This other week, I was able to do these other drawings. And in a few months, you're gonna see like, wow, this improved so much. This second one is much better. This other one, much better. Measure. If you want to improve on something, you gotta measure it, no matter what it is. Measure, measure, measure. Have your analytical side on. Use numbers in your favor. Use anything that you can that is more the strategic part on your favor. And the last thing, which is The One Thing, the book, I love it. The name of the book is The One Thing. Is exactly about this, that very small actions, they start creating motion into bigger actions. Just by maintaining, let's say you just maintain the small one. Even if you don't want to, just by maintaining the small one, you're going to achieve even bigger things and bigger things. Why? Because the domino effect is crazy. The domino effect, as example, for you to start drawing today, in 2 years is going to be scary good. It's going to be outstanding. It's going to be wow. So always think of the domino effect, that if you focus on one thing that is going to impact you a lot, what that one thing is going to be. When you're studying art, for me, it's light. For me, it's light. Maybe for you, it's anatomy. Maybe for you, it's your art style. Maybe for you, it's rendering. For me, the one thing that changed it all was light and shadows. And not only that, the way that I study it all. What is that one thing that I can do? For me, it was challenging myself all the time, more and more and more. Well, I believe this was an excellent class on how to study art. I love it. Wow. Is there any questions? I'm opening right now. Grease the groove. I believe that's, yes, it's grease the groove. Grease the groove is strength training technique where you perform a specific movement frequently, but not to the point of failure. Yes, through the day, yes. Grease the groove, yes. Of strategics. Okay, I can give some example of strategics. Let me drink some water, please. And the strategy right now using this. By the way, this right now is the strategy. This that I gave to you is the strategy. The strategy is you choosing one area. And then that one area, you're going to choose a micro goal inside of that area. Example, perspective. I want to master 2 points perspective on architecture. That's a very specific and micro goal. And then you use the 3-loop system. You use a reference for that. You try to do it. And then you analyze and see what to improve. And by your analysis, you retry it. Always comparing. But if you mean a way to organize the study time other than this, other than Pomodoro, and you mean a week, always use the time that you have, even if it's just 10 minutes. Even if it's just 10 single minutes, use that time. The importance that you have consistency. How difficult it is to find soul stones to be able to suck the talent from someone. I never found one, but if you find one, tell us. If you find one, tell to us. What if your mind wants to work on a character concept, but it also wants to practice anatomy perspective? Well, that does happen 100% of the time. This is what we call something that I absolutely love, which is discipline. Discipline. You gotta understand that discipline is when you say one yes, only one yes, okay? Just one single yes. A sexy yes, okay? A very smexy yes. Yes. Okay, a very smexy yes. Yes. You're saying like 1,000 no's. You're saying like hundreds and hundreds of no, no, no. And what does this mean? It means that when you say yes to practicing one thing, you're just saying no to everything else. When you're saying yes to one you're going to an event. When you say yes to one event, you're saying no to everything else. When you're saying yes to spending times with your friends on that specific day, you're saying no to spending time with your family or clients or whatever it is, or a time alone. It's always a trade. Time is passing right now, and you can only do one thing per time. So you start with one of those. You're going to choose one of those. One that you see that is going to bring you to the next level. You're going to choose that one thing that if you master compared to the rest, you have that gut feeling that if you master that one single thing compared to the rest, it's going to improve for you much more than the rest. Does this help you, Marks? If you're trying to improve but can't seem to find a way to do it properly. I'm trying to build backgrounds, can't seem to understand what to do to improve. Diamond, when you don't find what is going wrong, it's in this step right here about comparing to reference. Let me break it down for you. I want you to separate your feedback session, your analysis session in backgrounds between perspective, perspective. You are going to analyze only the perspective. It's approved. You go to analyzing only composition. Composition. Which is pretty much the storytelling of the pic. And then you go into analyzing, which tends to be where most people do mistakes, not gonna lie. Light and shadows of that background. You are going to legit analyze. I'm talking about like 10 minutes only analyzing perspective, 10 minutes only analyzing composition, 10 minutes only analyzing light and shadows until you find out what it is. It tends to be one of this. Yep, one of this. And last one but not least, it's hard to be the last one. Rendering. Rendering. Mostly tends to be light and shadows. Composition, perspective. Rarely it's going to be rendering. Also colors. Wow. Colors. You're going to analyze these areas one by one. And I mean that like 10 minutes straight. Just having the grid for perspective, analyzing it for every single object on your scene, and try to think, hey, could this go this way? It's legit brain work. It's crazy brain work. And once you get inside of this, you are going to get inside of the inside. And by that, I mean on that micro go. Maybe it's your grid. Oh, let's go into composition. Maybe it's your foreground. Maybe it's how far away or how close your background and middle ground are. Maybe on light and shadows, you're making certain areas too dark. They should be brighter. Maybe you're making certain areas too bright. Should be darker. Maybe they need to be. Maybe they are too dark and they need to be brighter, one way or the other. Light and shadows could always be this, one way or the other. Composition between the three main parts. Perspective, grid, colors, how is the composition, how is the hue, how is the saturation, and the rendering if you're truly detailing the right places or you're just adding details for the sake of adding details. Does this help you, Diamond? Wow, I love this little chart that we did here. I'm going to reply a total of 5 questions, by the way. I have replied to 2. Patricia said, hi, Gabby, I drew a character that happened to be quite voluptuous, and posing on Reddit, people start calling it... Oh, wow. My best answer to you, Patricia, is to not care about what people think about the design. Because if I was someone that read the comments, I don't read any comments. I don't read the comments. I don't read. Maybe when I post a video, the very starting hours of it, I can read the comments, but I don't read comments. I don't recommend you reading the comments on anywhere online. People can be extremely toxic. They are showing what is inside of them, not how they would interact with you in real life. Internet is a place of nobody. Nobody is the owner. So please turn on your safety against comments. Just don't read them. Just don't. I say that by being on the internet since 2011. Yes, since I was 11 years old. On social media, don't care for people's comments. You're going to get crazy if you do. Just like what Advocate Cake said, ignore them. Yes, it does. Thank you. Makes sense. Love, appreciate, and try it more. Yay, glad to help. And I believe that's it for today's class, how to study art. And I'm so glad. Is my audio good for today's stream? Did you guys feel my audio was bad at any point? Just checking, by the way. Also, my camera is better. Yay! It was my camera, not the ambient, because my ambient was always bright. And I was like, why it's showing so dark? I didn't know how to use a professional camera, but now I do. Wow. That's it for today's class. I agree with Yaki Natsuro. People are absolutely comfortable with being mean on social media. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Mean on another level. We gotta be gentle and kind to each other. We cannot we cannot let that influence us. We don't understand what people are going through. We gotta be kind with each other, do our best to understand what they are going through, do our best to just share a nice day, to just share a nice time. And that's what I'm doing here right now. Champs, thank you very much for staying to this class. It means you want to improve, you want to change. And I'm proud of you. You're doing an amazing job. Feel proud of yourself, because you are. You studied here today with me. And I'll see you in the next one. All the love, all the peace. Bye bye. Wah, 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 wah.